Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. There is a very interesting, um, very interesting video, an interview with John Fury over on the Seconds Out channel. Danny Flexen interviews John for about half an hour, and John, as you might expect, does not hold back. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he's doing his thing as normal. But the thing about John Fury is, we all sort of make fun of him and regard him as almost a cartoonish figure. But when he sits down and he actually talks sensibly, the man knows boxing, and he is quite honest about what he's saying. He absolutely lambasted Tyson Fury's team, not just because of the Ngannou performance, which he said was awful, and he said the conditioning was terrible and the dieting was terrible, and I think at one point he described Tyson as being like a blancmange or something like that. But he also went back to the Derek Chisora fight, the third one. He said Tyson didn't look great in that, and the Dillian White one as well. He said that basically Sugar Hill has turned, Tyson into wanting to be a banger when Tyson isn't like that. Tyson is a mover. He jabs, fires lots of combinations. Gives people angles and so on and so forth. In other words, the fighter that we saw maybe in the first Deontay Wilder fight, certainly against Klitschko all those years ago, that is the natural Tyson. And John says that Sugar Hill is tried to turn him into something he isn't. Try to implement a style that does not suit Tyson, that is not Tyson's natural style. Now, he also went on to say, that Tyson is ignoring what he's saying. John said, look, I don't want to be his trainer, I don't want to be his manager. He refutes all those arguments, all those theories, and says, I'm his father, I want to be his father, and I'm giving him honest, what he considers to be constructive criticism. And he's entitled to do that. And like I say, a lot of what he was saying was kind of true, but he was not shy in saying that he stopped short of saying that Usyk is going to beat Tyson, but he said at one point, Tyson's going to need 2 or 3 months just to get in physical shape, never mind fighting shape. And he also complimented Usyk and his team. He said they're disciplined, they have game plans, they live the life. He lives the life. Usyk, they're a very brilliant team. The polar opposite of what he was saying about his son's team. So even though he stopped short of saying that, Usyk is going to win the fight, is the favourite to win the fight, you got the impression throughout the entire half hour that he was saying, look, if Tyson carries on like this, he's going to lose. And the fight really is only around the corner. I mean, it's not that we're nearly at the end of December. Well, no, what are we, like halfway through December at the moment? So, we got about 2.5 months. John is saying Tyson needs to make, total adjustments and get back to doing what he does well, but get himself in shape and stop listening to the yes men. Start, going back to basics, stripping everything down, listening to the people that really do genuinely care about him and aren't just after a few quid, which is, again, what John was saying was a lot of the people that are with Tyson and in his team are basically hangers-on. Again, he didn't mention names, although he did say, the dietitian is obviously a disgrace, strength and conditioning coach is lousy, whoever, and he highly criticised Sugar Hill. So this was interesting stuff, very, very interesting stuff. Because again, John was not just ranting. I mean, whenever John speaks, it comes across as being a rant. But there was more to it than just the usual, piss and vinegar. He was saying things that were, quite, insightful. Not really things that other people haven't noticed. It's just, I think, the fact that he's Tyson's father and he is so scathing about what's happening to his son, and he says it comes from a place of love. Obviously, he's his son. That, I think, was interesting and worth noting. He also mentioned Tommy Fury and said that the whole notion of Tommy fighting Roy Jones in an exhibition is nonsensical. He said there was one very sort of basic cursory conversation which didn't go anywhere, and that the whole idea that they're going to have an exhibition is utter rubbish. So he dismissed that, and then he kind of got stuck into, people who interview him and put the clickbait on the title, and it's not really accurate. He said, or he also said about Tyson that he doesn't feel Tyson is in decline. He never said that. He said that his training camp and his training methods are strongly in decline, but that Tyson can be what he was. He said he's so vastly talented, he can get away with, doing what he's done, winning against Ngannou. He was in against a brick wall of a man. He fought, 50% of what he was. I mean, I would say Tyson Fury probably fought about 20% of what we know he can do, or certainly what he's done in the past against Ngannou. And he still managed to come off the floor and win. And I'm someone who does believe that Tyson beat Ngannou, not by much, but I do think a couple of points. He beat him. He beat Ngannou. But yeah, John is, they asked him, Danny Flexen said to him, what are you doing for Christmas? He said, I'm just going to be by myself. I'm just going to be with my dog, have some nice home-cooked food and sit out in the cold eating Christmas dinner. And he sort of alluded to being a bit of a Scrooge, which I think he put a daft Santa hat on at the end of the video. But it was kind of like, is he estranged from his family? I mean, he's got enough kids. Surely some of them will keep him company. I think that's a shame. I kind of felt for the man, to be honest with you. Because he obviously does love his sons, but I don't know. I mean, I don't have any insight into what's going on. I just thought it was quite a sad reflection on poor old John, to be honest with you. But anyway, go and have a look at this video because it is very, very interesting. I'll leave a link, actually. It's on Seconds Out. And tell me what you think about it. Again, thank you for your time, for listening to this video, watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button as well and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. I always appreciate your support. Much love to all of you. We've got Bam and Sonny Edwards coming up later today. I'm going to be doing a video on that. So I'll catch you later. Bye for now.